it comes down to the fifth game. Now, I know that the series has been won by India, but the kind of cricket that these two teams are playing, you know that it's going to be an exciting game, irrespective of what the series result is. At the end of the day, when you want to watch a good cricket game, you want to watch a good contest, you want to watch, 11 great players against 12 great players. Stop it, behave yourself. When you want to watch great players against great players, then you want to watch... Michael's loving these jokes. I know it. He's loving them. That's two. I'm stopping now. No more. But you're gonna get a great game. You're going to be interested in that. You know that both the teams are going to come out there to win. But my question is to you, Michael. Do you think that India will now use this to make a few more changes, to maybe change this bowling combination? Say, all right, we've tried 3 spinners now. Maybe we want to, try more quicks. Will England try to do the same as well? What do you think is going to be the mindset going into this last game?
Well, I think there'll be a few bowlers that'll be quite happy to miss out at the 1KD.
Yeah, all of them.
They'll probably be saying to the coach, "I'm a bit stiff. Could I have a game off?" But you would think Mohammad Shami will play. You'd think they'll give him another game. He's only bowled the 3 overs. They'll want to get some more overs in his legs before the 50-over series. Harshit Rana will probably play. Shivam Dube clearly is going to be struggling for Sunday with his concussion, so he might have to miss out. I'll be interested to see what both teams do, because you would like to think from an India perspective that Mohammad Shami will play. From an England perspective, I'd love to see Rehan Ahmed get a game. And the reason why I say that is that Rashid's been spectacular, but you can't rely on Rashid all the time. And in a year or so's time, when that T20 World Cup comes about, just what happens if Adil Rashid is injured or is not able to play? England will have a spinner that's coming into the situation with very few games behind him. So every time you get an opportunity to play someone like a Rehan Ahmed, I'll be taking that opportunity.
We've been saying that from the first game almost, Zach. But Brendan McCullum and Jos Buttler don't agree. But sound logic that Michael has.
Well, the logic has always been there right from the beginning of the series. Yeah. And I don't think that logic is gonna transpire into action by this English side for sure. So I think they'll go unchanged. They'll stick to the same combination. They're trying things which is sticking to their strengths, sticking to how they are seeing the game and what is their winning formula. So I think they'll continue with that.
It's not. I agree they're thinking that, Michael, but it's not been a winning formula. You're down 3-1 in the series. So, it's that same conversation we've been having through the series about, when does the fine line between conviction and stubbornness?
Yeah, and, I'll state it. I don't think they'll win a T20 World Cup in subcontinent conditions with all the pace. I think they need to find another spinner in there, and that's why I'd be giving Rehan Ahmed an opportunity. Jamie Everton's had a good night. He's bowled nicely, particularly that 20th over where he only went for 3, and he was striking the ball quite nicely as well. So he's a tremendous cricketer, but I just think England need to find a way of getting another world-class spinner into that equation, because when it comes down to the World Cup, I think you need 3 spin options. Zach's been saying you're looking at 10 to 12 overs of spin if the pitch is really spinning. At the minute, England have got 4 from Rashid, and every now and again you might get 4 from Livingstone, but it's only every now and again. Realistically, Liam gives you 2, so that's 6 overs of spin on these kind of wickets. I think you need a lot more than that. So England, over the course of this next period, before the next T20 World Cup, they have to find a world-class spinner from somewhere. And Rehan Ahmed's the next cab off the rank. And you look at India with Chakravarti, Bishnoi, 2 leg spinners. Why not play 2 leg spinners that spin the ball just slightly either way? That's the way I'd be going.
Yeah, Liam Livingstone didn't even bowl an over today. So yeah, Michael, you're right. 4 some days, 2 some days, and none on some other days. So when we look at the Indian team, is there any player there you'd like to see? I think only Ramandeep is the only one who's not played. He was on as a substitute today, but when you look at that squad, there's only Ramandeep who hasn't got a game yet. Would you like to just kind of throw him in?
I think today's game is a classic example for this Indian think tank to think about creating a scenario or a situation, where tactically on days like this, when you know that the pitch is going to be a really good one for batting and not going to be that much assistance for spin bowling, can you change the combination? They've been talking about being flexible. That they've been saying that openers are going to be permanent, but later on you'll have that flexibility. So similarly with the bowling also, you'll have to create that flexibility. And today's game was the classic example of that. If Harshit was not there, things would have been completely different. There would have been a lot of pressure on the spinners and then the seam bowlers to come in, because you didn't have that much of option to exploit the conditions. In Harshit, you could exploit the conditions. So Wankhede, I think they will look at creating that balance by getting in one more seamer. So if Harshdeep is resting, so be it. Shami will come in, Harshit Rana and Hardik is going to form that seam bowling attack.
Sorry, Michael?
GK, can you just get the list up again of the Indian team? Just maybe you could just get that on the screen again.
Sure, of course.
I just want to point something
Indian
out.
squad. There you go.
Can you send that list to the match referee, because you see down the middle it says all rounders.
Yeah.
And if you see Shivam Dubey, all rounder, yet bowlers, it says Harshit Rana. Can you just send that through to the match referee that he should have really picked from that list?
I'm gonna send it to them. Do you want me to mark it Exhibit 1A?
Yes, please. That'd be kind.
Excellent.